A man can build an empire, only to lose it all because of one woman. Not through obvious betrayal, but through subtle manipulation so quiet, so soft, that he never sees it coming until it's too late. In this video, we're going to explore the most dangerous type of women who don't destroy with knives or fire, but with psychology, deception, and control. And if you're not careful, one day, you might wake up realizing your freedom, your purpose, even your identity has been stolen from you. This is the danger few men ever talk about, but many secretly live through. And trust me, this is not just a warning. This is survival. It never begins with danger. It begins with charm, with innocence, with the kind of attention that makes a man feel alive again. And in that warmth, his defenses lower. He doesn't see a threat, he sees an escape, a new hope, a connection. But here's the truth. Manipulation rarely wears a mask of danger. It wears the mask of everything you ever wanted. Like a spider spinning a delicate web, the threads are silk, beautiful to the eye, until you are trapped in it. Example: a man who feels unseen in his life meets a woman who showers him with attention. He mistakes attention for love. And that's the first trap, confusing intensity for intimacy. A woman who knows this psychology can bend a man's reality. He believes he's chosen her, when in truth, he's being chosen for a purpose he doesn't yet see. Let me tell you a story. Thousands of years ago, sailors told tales of sirens, creatures so beautiful their voices would pull men straight into the rocks. They knew it was a trap, but still they couldn't resist. Now, fast forward to today. You don't hear singing on the ocean, but you'll hear it in your phone, in your late-night texts, in her words that sound like music. She says things like, "I've never met a man like you. You're different from the rest. You're the only one who really understands me." And just like those sailors, you lean in closer. You don't notice you're steering straight into destruction. These women aren't dangerous because of what they give. They're dangerous because of what they promise. They sell you a dream they never plan to deliver. And the more you chase it, the weaker you become. Some women don't need to shout. They don't need to beg. They don't even need to argue. They just plant an idea in your head. And before long, you start doing what they wanted all along without them ever asking. Imagine this. You stop seeing your friends because she makes a face when you go out. You start changing your opinions because she raises an eyebrow when you disagree. You even start doubting yourself because she doesn't have to tell you you're wrong. She just has to stay quiet. That silence becomes a leash. And here's the most dangerous part. You won't feel controlled. You'll feel like it was your choice. These women are architects of subtlety. They don't build prisons, they let you build it for yourself. Dangerous women do not argue to find truth. They argue to control the narrative. They twist words, shift blame, and turn your own emotions against you. Example: a man suspects betrayal, but she convinces him he's insecure. He questions his own judgment instead of her actions. A man's greatest weakness is not his body, but his mind. Once you begin doubting yourself, you surrender authority to the one who claims to know better. It's not about proving she's right. It's about making you forget that you had a voice in the first place. Some men are destroyed not by anger, but by pity. The eternal victim knows this well. She tells you about every man who hurt her, every betrayal, every heartbreak, and suddenly you feel chosen. You feel like her savior. But here's the truth: she doesn't want saving. She wants control, and her pain is the hook. Because the more you feel sorry for her, the more you'll sacrifice. Your time, your energy, your boundaries. She'll say, "You're the only one who can heal me." And you'll believe her until you realize her wounds never close. Because healing wasn't the point. Dependence was. And one day, when you're drained, when you've given everything, she'll look at you with cold eyes and say, "You weren't enough either." There are women who cannot survive peace. For them, calm is suffocating. Silence is unbearable. They need conflict, drama, and fire because without it, they feel invisible. So they pick fights over nothing. They accuse you of things you never did. They keep you walking on eggshells, never knowing when the next explosion will come. And here's the trap. Chaos is addictive. It keeps your nervous system on edge. It makes normal life feel boring. So even when you know you should leave, you don't. Because in a twisted way, you've learned to crave the storm. Here's the truth most men don't want to face. Dangerous women don't destroy you alone. You play a part in it. Your weakness, your need for validation, your hunger for attention, those are the doors they walk through. But when you close those doors, when you build boundaries, when you learn to stand alone, suddenly their power vanishes. You win not by fighting them, but by seeing them clearly. The smile becomes a mask. The charm becomes a script. And once you see it, you can never be fooled again. Closing. The most dangerous women in your life aren't the ones who stab you in the back. They're the ones who whisper in your ear, who convince you the cage is freedom, who make you forget who you are. But remember this, a man who sees clearly can never be controlled. Because once you master your mind, no smile, no whisper, no shadow can ever destroy you again. So guard your mind, guard your purpose, because the greatest danger is not losing her. It is losing yourself in the process.